This is Josiah Plays Dungeons and Dragons. This is the Shattered Crown campaign with DM Scito, a 5th edition Dark Sun campaign. With me are my fellow players Nox and Tim, and our Dungeon Master, Scito Optionum. And we are fully ready to begin.
Alright. So, the three of you have just, after some further investigating of the caravan attacks occurring outside the dwarven town of Cled, have managed to, or at least have tracked the attackers to the Razorstone Tavern, or at least to Rockside, and are looking in the Razorstone Tavern for any leads. You've just finished your meals that you enjoyed there, which consisted for two of you of basically just giant warlord slugs, and another, just slug, and another one of you, a charred kip, which was deftly prestidigitated despite the risk.
Indeed.
So, you now have finished your meals. It's about 5 o'clock. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Well, you were given from Lifdrasa, the dwarven maid here, waitress here, two leads, Pakul, the owner of the tavern that you're in, and Molga, one of the mine supervisors.
Well, we haven't really talked to Packle at all yet, really, right?
Not really, no.
Yeah, just the waitress, I believe.
What you think we should do?
I don't know. I mean, given what we've encountered so far, I'm not very optimistic that anyone will really talk to us. But I guess since we're here, we should at least try the owner of this place.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of what I'm thinking. You know, just that since we're here, I mean, you can see right over there he was a charming fella. I mean, just spit at us a few minutes ago. So, sure to be a great conversationalist.
So, what are we gonna say to him?
Sirshu sort of looks between all of you. Anyone? Anything?
Okay, well, we're trying to figure out who attacked the caravan and why they would be attacked by dwarves. The problem is I don't know how to go about this subtly. I don't think that we even can.
That's a good point. I mean, it seems, if anything, that probably, that Rockside is mainly all in on it to try to sort of protect these dwarven artifacts, in effect, from, spilling out into outside lands and whatnot.
So here's what I'm thinking. We talk to these people, and they're probably going to be rude to us, but we greet them by saying protect Kemalak. See if that gets a reaction. Because that's what was wrapped all over, or written all over those hammers. Or
Sounds
the
like a
paper
good
that the hammer was
idea.
in.
That will get their attention.
This is true. I mean, if we want to linger here just a little bit, I might even kind of see an artistic opportunity for that.
A what?
An artistic opportunity. I mean, just sort of think of it. You know, they have that old dwarven tower and such, and just picture a nice spire against a nice crisp blue sky. And Corwin already has like a card stock out, and he's kind of sketching this. See here, a crisp blue sky, and then you have this hammer with the inscription here, and again he's like really just like Bob Rossing it, and then you have over here and come down and you see what the hand that's gripping it, and as the hand he continues drawing it down. Obviously, the one that is handling this hammer is, of course, naturally the great desert rat that binds us all.
There it is. Knew we would get there eventually.
We can have protect Camelot right there, sort of as a banner, going across there, sort of a skywriting, if you will.
And there that is.
Well, that's certainly one option. But you know what they say, don't be married to your first idea. It's a lot of different ways this could go.
I think you should show them this art and see what they say.
That's true. I mean, diversification is the key here, but yeah, I think that they probably like this quite a lot.
That this is your idea? Sirshu just sort of is leaning in, just her hands under her chin and just are pointing at you. Your idea is to show them art and try and convince them that way?
Well, of course. You know that old saying, art is the way to the heart.
I had never
And to
heard
be
that
honest,
saying.
that's kind of been our M.
See, exactly.
I think it's the best possible plan.
Okay, so I will try and sorry, problems with the microphone. I will try and get what's her head's attention.
Are you trying to get the attention of Liftrasa, the waitress?
Yeah.
Okay. You wave, and Liftrasa sort of notices you. I mean, you do stick out in the bar, and everyone's sort of giving you your own space in it. And she sort of wanders over. Yes, can I help you?
Yeah, we were hoping you might introduce us to the owner of the place.
You want to speak to Paco? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
I mean, I don't want to get all older white lady on you, but I would like to speak to your manager.
Seems like a cool guy.
I mean, if you really want to speak to Paco, it's just I don't know. It's kind of hard to know how he'll react. I mean, I can tell you this right now. He's not going to be much in the mood for chatting.
Well, perhaps he's in the mood for buying. See here, I'm working on this nice piece. I think he might enjoy this. And he's going to go ahead and, show off the painting to her.
All right, let's see how this painting has come. And it's more of a sketch since you've been doing it for only 5 minutes. So
yeah, Although I have to use an inspiration on that.
Okay, fine. Inspiration's been used. It is, despite being a just a simple sketch, it is a very well drawn piece of art, with the desert rat prominently displayed holding a hammer, and the words "Protect Kimalak" emblazoned upon it.
In the sky.
Yes.
On each side of the tower.
Yes. Uh okay. What? Why? She's just sort of at a loss for words upon seeing this piece of art that you've created.
Well, it seems like something that he would like, kind of help ingratiate us with the locals.
I'm not sure that'll have the same effect that you're thinking of, mister. I mean, maybe it's just best if you go try and talk to Paco. I mean, he's at the bar, so you can try talking to him and show him that.
I'm sure they will love it.
Corwin, do you still have the hammer you were carrying around?
Yeah, I do, and he pulls it out.
Okay. Let's go talk to this guy.
All right. So you make your way to the bar, and as you do so, the dwarves around you just sort of, again, they sort of form a wake around you, moving away and just sort of giving you this space. You can hear their derisive snorts as you do so, until finally you reach Pakul, or at least who you must assume to be Pakul. A older dwarven gentleman, you'd assume probably in his 40s, though with large muscles and a very steely gaze. He also shows the same signs of many of the other dwarves here, of scars all along his arms and hands. What the fuck do you want?
My friend here has a piece of art we think you'd be interested in.
Yes, Brother Dwarf, take a look at this. Just created it just recently, just to, after taking in the lovely vistas and history of the city. It's, you have quite a lovely heritage here. And as you can see, this is sort of a, rendering of that.
He squints and looks at your drawing. He then looks up at you, and he just goes, "Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. What are you thinking? Bring that in here. Get the fuck out."
What about the image of a rat is disturbing you so?
It's not the fucking rat.
The desert rat.
Whatever.
It's famous.
Get the fuck out of my bar right now. And a couple of dwarves begin to stand up and sort of brandish arms near you.
You don't like Kimalak.
He glares at you as you say this. You aren't fit to say that name.
I mean, for a low price, I can recreate this with a new word in front of Camelot. Whatever one you like.
Get out right now. And now more of the dwarves are standing up. You've
Get
got
out
about
right now. I don't know if I can fit that all up there, but I can try.
Again, more of the dwarves are standing up now. You've got about 20 dwarves that are surrounding you.
Well,
Here's
then,
the situation. This doesn't look good for us. I'm gonna be upfront about that. And yeah, when I'm done talking, if you still want us to leave, we will. But if we don't come back from this place, Cled, I guess is what you'd insist us calling. And if we don't find out who's responsible for handing out these, and then I'll toss the hammer token onto the bar, then other people are going to come who don't have our gentle touch and respect for local custom.
He snatches the hammer off the bar and says, "Get the fuck out of here right now."
Have it your way. And I will make towards the edge.
Corbin will take like half a second to kind of assess his mood upon seeing the hammer. Like, does he sort of pick it up with sort of a reverence, or is it like something that he's ready to just hurl in the garbage? Or
There's I guess you could say there's well, make an insight check. To you, he just looked like he snatched it up. I mean, you can't really say offhand.
okay, fair enough.
So, Joma, what are you doing?
Just following along with them.
Okay. So, the three of you are sort of moved out of the bar by the dwarves there. I mean, not all of them look like hardened warriors. In fact, most of them look just drunk. A few of them have even a bit of a confused expression. Like they're not really certain what this whole business is about. They just know that there's outsiders and they don't like it. And as you're ushered from the bar, you hear Paco shout, "Shut the fucking door! Everyone out! Tavern's closed!" And
So the rest of the dwarves are filing out.
Yeah.
Are there any who seem kind of, I don't want to say disgruntled, but sort of like, oh, it's kind of sucks that he's shut down the tavern kind of way, that perhaps might be inclined to speak for a moment?
Okay. Make another insight check.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Yeah.
You start trying to sell your drawing to the meanest looking motherfucker in the place.
Paintings for sale here. Ah, lovely, fresh ink just dried on it.
Yeah. You get the sense. Looking at these dwarves, you get the sense that pretty much any of them will be receptive to your unique brand of conversation. In fact, there is indeed one dwarf coming out who has a large scar across his face, who you think would be an excellent person to speak to.
Tally ho. Kind of sucks he shut down the bar. Could have gone with some nice more of that hearty brew that he serves.
The guy stares at you. This dwarf stares at you, says, "Your fucking fault," and he throws a punch at you. Make a dexterity saving throw. Oh, nice. The punch misses you just barely, and sort of whizzes by your head, and you get the sense that had it hit you, would have caused quite a bit of pain. And he just sort of stumbles around then afterwards. He looks back at you glaring and says, "Fucking cloud sniffers."
Yeah, maybe you might want to have another pint. You look a little drunk to me. Might want to sleep it off.
And he just sort of spits at you and then begins wandering off.
These dwarves really overreact to shit.
Yeah, they do. Thought maybe, I might get a chance to kind of talk to one of them as they came out and maybe kind of had a unique moment to kind of assess things, but,
Some people just don't know how to appreciate art.
Exactly. I think it's the brew they serve. I mean, probably if I were to open a brewery here, I could just run these people just right under. Just run them right under.
Yeah, I doubt they would really drink at a place owned by someone who wasn't a dwarf.
Yeah, there's ways around that. I can always do something or not other.
If I just
Okay,
had to eat slugs all day, I'd be in a bad mood too.
Scito, is this the only entrance to the place that
That you could see. I mean, you don't know if there's another one out back or like. Again, the architecture here is somewhat confusing, being it is built into an active mine.
Okay. All right. So Takorum and Jomo. So we kicked a nest. The thing is, I'm not sure if he's going to go or if his people are going to come here. So let's just see if we can't cover all the exits and either follow him if he leaves or wait until his cronies arrive.
Oh, Josiah. Well, I guess this is a good place as any rocks following you and you're killed instantly.
Okay.
It is Rockside.
Yeah.
True. It's a good place for it to happen. Name checks out. So let's go find that other guy, I guess, right?
I kind of wonder what we'd even say at this point.
Well, I'm sure the art thing will work out eventually. You just keep trying it on people.
You got a good point there. I mean, not all of these. Surely not every dwarf is just so backward as to not appreciate the natural artistic beauty of things.
If you guys want to, that's fine. Like I said, I want to see what this guy does next.
I almost kind of wonder if maybe this is somehow linked to the that sort of odd feeling that we were getting at the Chapel of Fire, but as to what exactly, I really can't tell.
All right.
So you wanna follow him?
Yeah, I think he's going to be in a hurry to go tell someone that 3 tall people just threw their secret society's token in it.
That makes sense. Where is he? Did we see where he went?
He was just inside at the bar when he basically yelled for everyone to get out. So, as far as you know, that's where he still is.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and peel off and, I don't know, circle the place. I'm not exactly sure what it looks like, given, like you said, it's built into the side of a mine. So I'm just trying to cover any place there could be an exit.
All right. Are you trying to remain sort of in the shadows?
Yeah.
All right, make a stealth check.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hide too.
Is stealth... Oh, no, it's a skill. Okay. I'll I'll burn a point of inspiration for advantage.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you sort of push your way uh, into the space between the ca- in between the cavern walls and the bar, and sort of push yourselves back in the shadows, such that if you weren't really looking closely, you wouldn't really appear to be there. Corwin is still standing. Oh, Corwin's also going to try and hide. Okay. Corwin is a little bit clumsier in attempting to hide, but he also manages it. And about 10 minutes pass and nothing happened.
During this time, Corwin will kind of look at the building and sort of wonder at its natural craftsmanship.
Mm-hmm.
He'll wonder maybe if there's any sort of little kind of holes in the building or anything like.
I mean, it's possible. The structure again is built into mines, and I mean, the Razorstone Tavern, from what you could see, used to be an actual mining site. So it would make sense if there was caverns that wended off from there.
Corwin kind of wonders to himself, maybe even through the front door or something, if there's sort of a little spot, like a nice little rat hole where maybe someone could just kind of wander in and kind of take a look.
There's not really any place like that from the front that you can see, but there again is tunnels that extend back from nearby you, so you could attempt to send something there.
Yeah, Corwin will kind of quietly summon Fenris while he's in the shadows and, just sort of let him just sort of meander over to the ground and kind of, scurry and wiggle-waggle around the building and see if he can't sort of find a way in.
Okay. You do that, and Fenris begins scampering out and heading into the nearby tunnels. He looks around for about 5 minutes or so going through these tunnels, until he eventually comes to a fork in them. Now, since he's your familiar, you can decide where you want to sort of send him.
Does Corwin have a sense which way might lead back to the tavern?
I mean, one way goes left, one way goes right. The tavern's more to the right of where you are right now, so...
Yeah, in that case, he would kind of go toward the right there, since it's his overall goal to kind of get back into the tavern or kind of follow that kind of trail.
All right. So Fenris continues scampering forth and is beginning to approach the edge of your telepathic link with him. When Fenris sees a large figure who very much resembles Pakul stomping his way through a tunnel and heading back deeper into the mines, it looks like.
Okay, yeah, if there's a way for Fenris to kind of hide behind a rock or something like that and make himself inconspicuous, he'll go ahead and do that.
Okay. You don't need to make any stealth checks or anything for Fenris. Rats in the mines aren't that unusual sight, so... Yeah, he sees Pakul just moving through, grumbling. It looks like he's carrying something as well as he's heading deeper into the mine. But again, going any further would pretty much result in your telepathic bond being lost.
Is he going back along the tunnels that Fenris went through, or is he going in a new direction?
In a new direction.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, Corin will go ahead and unsummon him, and he'll tell Sinclair and Jomo, yeah, just kind of, I see that that owner, that Packle, he's got some sort of a sack over his shoulder, and he's sort of going deeper into the mines.
Does it seem like we could follow him?
At least for a bit. I mean, I can bring you over to where we saw him, or where I kind of saw him last, but as for going further, that I'm not entirely sure of.
Okay, yeah, let's give it a shot.
Agreed with you. Might as well at this point.
Sounds good.
So yeah, Corwin will kind of swiftly lead them to that particular spot where he was headed, and then sort of deeper into the mine.
Okay. As you do so, you hear a voice actually call out to you, "Hey, what are you doing there?" And looking around, you see there's a dwarf who appears to be rather drunk, lying on the ground, or leaning against the cavern wall, sort of gesturing at you. He appears to be an older dwarf, probably in his 50s.
I just kind of like wave my hand in a little gesture from left to right and say, "You aren't concerned about what we're doing."
Okay.
No,
When this fails to do anything, but no. So he sort of tries to get to his feet, but he can't really get back up, and slumps back down. Why are you going there? It's dangerous. Tunnels are abandoned.
Not entirely.
What? There hasn't been any mining in that part for years. I used to work Tunnel 6.
Really? What was Tunnel 6 sort of known for? What vein was down there or whatnot?
Obsidian, like anywhere else.
Nothing else special down there?
I don't know. One day they just told us that was being shut down. Apparently orders from Sandside. I know I had a couple of the mine supervisors grumbling.
You still think you know your way around down there?
Oh, sure. I can tell you right where to go. And he sort of again tries to get to his feet, but is failing to do so.
Anything you can do for that, Jomo?
No.
Corbin will go ahead and help him up.
Thank you, lad. You're nice. You're a very tall dwarf. You know that?
Yes. It was, my grandfather. He was quite tall, and he married a nice dwarven lass who was, also the tallest of the village, and and so on and so on, and we just seemed to get taller all the time.
You got a lot of hair for dwarves. That's weird.
Hyper-realistic wig.
Yeah, exactly. So we kind of keep a toupee. That's sort of what they kind of like.
Oh, okay. Sure, I can show you which way to go. Follow me. And he begins moving, and he immediately begins moving in the direction of a wall.
I think it's not quite. These tunnels are a bit tricky, but it's this way. That way it starts right here, and Corwin will kind of be, arm in arm, be leading him down to the tunnel there, the entrance.
Okay. Oh, all right. I just got a bit confused. You work these tunnels long enough, everything begins to look the same.
Exactly, and you see, like we come to this horse part here, and I know that we go right because that's the right way. That's kind of how you remember it, right way. And he'll kind of lead him down that way.
You smell very nice.
Ah, why, thank you. It's Thasian number 6, I think.
As he says this, he then immediately throws up on your shoes.
Well, that'll give him some nice character there. That's just lovely.
I think Nox is the charisma-based character. Boss?
So where are we going again?
Well, we're headed down this. You said you were going to kind of take us on a little tour of the old mine here, since since not much activity down here, and just sort of see the site.
Oh, okay, but it's dangerous down here, yeah?
Ah, well, of course, but danger's the spice of life, you can't, there's no one around here nowhere that's really safe.
If you want, I've got some Sibaha, if you know what I'm saying.
Ah, really? Maybe later, that might be an interesting thing.
Okay. Or stormwater, if you like that.
Stormwater's not quite my particular blend. I mean, I prefer the brews myself, we're enjoying some nice brews there, but then that crazy guy that owns that tavern there, he just shut it down. He just told us all us nice dwarves just to, get out, and he shut the door and just kind of stormed off. I don't know what that was about.
That's a travesty.
Exactly. That's quite what I told him. I mean, it's hard enough getting a decent buzz around this town. Goes ahead and closes down. It's just practically criminal.
Yeah, you see the lass that works there though. She's pretty good on the eyes, huh?
Quite a looker that she is. I mean, could stand to be maybe a little tall, to have the kids, but quite easy on the eyes.
Scito, is he been moving this whole time?
Yeah, he's basically been leading you down these tunnels.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try and remember any twists and turns that we might have to take, other forks.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point, Corwin's just relying on Sinclair and Jomo to kind of remember the path as he kind of does his distraction thing.
Yeah, anyways. Yeah, so I used to work these mines for I'm not even sure how many years now. But and he just sort of stops for a second and looks around. Yeah, no, I remember this part. This was back during, what was it, Desert's Fury? I can't ever keep track of the years. It's a bit much to me.
Yeah, the years are confusing.
Exactly. You think one day that, maybe they'll come up with sort of a simplified calendar, maybe like just a 12-month thing, maybe 30-ish days. But I mean, who knows? That's like the stuff of witches. Who knows?
Yeah.
Why did not just call it year 1, year 2, year 3, Wait, what comes after 3?
7. Do these tunnels lead anywhere else?
Oh, these tunnels right here. We're at a nexus point right here, Sonny. down that tunnel there, right down here. And he then begins to sort of pull ahead of the group. This is tunnel 6. So last time I was here, I thought that they had this place blocked off. And he's sort of looking around.
Why was it blocked off?
Oh, thought it was for the same reason that they shut down. That the mine was dangerous.
Dangerous because it was caving in, or because there was creatures?
I don't know. And he takes another swig of his drink. I don't think it was creatures, though. There's not much alive down these caverns.
Wouldn't put past him to, those crafty folks over in Sandside, kind of maybe be storing the good stuff deep in what they'd call an abandoned tunnel. They might have some, might even have some storm waters stored down here.
You think they have storm water down here?
Could be. I mean, who knows what sort of, what crazy parties they might sort of get to in sort of a, interesting kind of place like this.
Oh.
Where better to hide it, right, than an abandoned mine that nobody would think to go.
Exactly. Ooh, it's an abandoned, dangerous mine. No one will go down there. Don't go down there because that's where we keep the good stuff.
Oh, I think you got the right idea. I'm going down there right now. I normally have to go to Sandside if you want to pick up any big amounts of stormwater, but if you're telling me that, yeah, makes sense. The distribution hub and all that.
Exactly. The more you think about it, the more it makes sense.
And he's now quickening his pace. As you're going down these tunnels, which are very dark at this point, Corwin, you're having quite a bit of difficulty, and Corwin and Sinclair are both having a lot of difficulty navigating by this point. Jomo, you're still able to navigate them all right.
Okay.
You think that you are hearing something, though.
I think I'm hearing something.
Scito,
Everyone. Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and activate Perfect Senses.
Okay.
So I can see basically anything, even invisible creatures or objects within 10 feet of me, even if I'm blind.
Nice. All right. So yeah, the tunnel's contours are now plainly visible to you, though only in a short radius. The drunken dwarf you've befriended has sort of run ahead of your field of vision, however.
Oh, wait, listen to that. I think someone's counting the inventory down there.
I want to try to listen for any strange sounds.
All right, perception check.
I'll give myself guidance as well. Let the flame guide my ears. 21.
All right.
Sorry.
So, yeah. So you are sort of hearing. Yeah. It sounds to your ears like voices, hushed voices that are sort of carrying along the cavern walls.
I can't tell what language they're speaking, can I?
You think? What are your languages that you can speak again? Okay, it's not a language that you know, but
Okay.
think you've heard it spoken before. Namely, you think that some of the dwarves in the tavern were speaking it.
I think maybe I hear some dwarves talking.
What, can I understand it at all?
Do you have Dwarven as a language?
I do, yeah. I didn't know if there was a specific dialect.
No, it's just Dwarven. Well, make a perception check to see if you can hear. Okay. It's very hard to make out the voices from how far away you are, but you can hear one voice that sounds angry, another voice that sounds like it's trying to calm things down, and you every so often are catching the term Kemalok being spoken.
Okay, I'll try and get a little closer, see if we can't start to make out.
Okay. Eventually, you continue walking down this tunnel for another 50 feet or so, and you now are actually able to make out in the distance little pinpricks of light.
Okay, just gonna keep going.
All right. After another 100 feet or so, you've come closer, and it appears that these are torches that are burning. Now somewhat closer to you. Someone clearly is still using this area. The drunk dwarf is basically continuing his stumbling run ahead of you. Well, it's really more like a fast walk.
Corwin will kind of whisper to him, like, "Oh, you see that? There's torches there. There's people there. They're probably in there, kind of taking inventory and moving it."
Oh, you think so? Okay. And he's being very loud as you say this.
We gotta sneak up on them. If we kind of get like a little secret mission, we tiptoe behind them and we knock them out, then we can take all this storm water for ourselves.
Okay, you got it. And he is now basically, he's broken into a stumbling run now.
I tried to grab him.
Okay. Make I guess just a basic dexterity check. Or athletics. Athletics would be better, yeah. You were able to sort of grab a hold of him.
Hold on. Slow down. Don't go running ahead. Gotta be very careful.
Why? Just it's stormwater.
They might have set traps.
Ah, and he puts his finger on his nose. I get what you're saying. So he begins sort of now more carefully walking forward. As you do so, as you're following him, you see a dwarf sort of walk out into the corridor. And a dwarf sort of looks at you and looks at the drunken dwarf there. You think you've seen this dwarf, though, before.
Where?
Yeah?
Yeah, it looks a lot like Ajni.
Oh man, I liked Ajni.
Who the fuck is Ashley?
Wow. That was the stable guy in the at the stabling place.
Oh. What stabling place?
Nice.
Makes sense. Now we know how they know what caravans to target.
The Ashley just sort of looks at you and just sort of and then just sort of turns around and goes back down the tunnel.
Oh, I'm gonna get after him.
All right. Are you picking up your pace?
Yes.
All right. As you begin picking up the pace and moving down tunnel, you begin noticing something about the walls. The walls now, every so often, you'll catch a sight, sort of like something in the wall is carved or the like. It almost looks like that. Like this wasn't just chipped away by miners. It's some parts of these cavern walls were actually, yeah, that some parts of these walls were actually carved.
Are we able to see the carvings?
Yeah.
Do they look like basically more of the stuff that was on the statues and the hammer and that type of?
They do look very similar, yes.
That would make sense. And I'm assuming that it's still unreadable.
Yep. So, the drunken dwarf is now broken into a run, and he says, "Oh wait, still out alive! We're just here for the stormwater." And he is running as fast as he can, to try and catch up with Ajni. So, what do you do?
He's become a liability. Scorching ray. Not really. I'm just kidding.
I'm just gonna keep going for Ajni. I don't know what the dimensions of this thing are, but I should be able to catch up to him without too much time.
Do any of the dwarven voices sound like they're female?
The voices have sort of stopped now. So, yeah, you continue chasing after the drunken dwarf, and finally you turn a corner and you suddenly enter this massive chamber. And all along the walls of the chamber are these large statues of dwarves. Great reliefs are carved into the sides of the walls. And also there are standing about 11 or so dwarves, including Ajni, who's basically just standing in the middle of all this, watching you as the drunk dwarf sir runs up to him.
What are the dwarves doing? Are they like standing around in weird cult robes or anything?
No, not any cult robes. They're all dressed in various, it looks like, sets of armor and the like. Though the armor does look ceremonial. The drunken dwarf sort of runs up and says, Archie! Archie, my boy! I knew it was you! What? What is all this? And Archie just continues smiling at him. And as he approaches Ajni, Ajni takes out a dagger and stabs it right into his stomach. The three of you just sort of are taken aback by this a bit, as the drunken dwarf just sort of looks at Ajni, and then Ajni leans in, and you can hear him loudly whispering to him, "You are a disgrace to our kind."
Have we been spotted yet?
Yes,
Is Pakul here?
it does appear that Pakul's here.
Anybody else we recognize? Is that guy from the curiosity shop?
Not that you can see. So, what do we have here? And Pakul comes sort of from the back of the area, clad in a full suit of armor and wielding a large axe. You just couldn't leave well enough alone. You know, I have to hand it to you stupid fuckers. I have never seen anyone go about an investigation so tactlessly as you three have.
Yeah, well, given how we've been treated so far, we didn't think that tact was really a very big deal.
Why, thank you. Coming from you, that's high praise indeed.
We're more of the butchering large groups of people kind of adventurers. I'm just going to be idly playing with my boulette claw.
Well, unfortunately, you three are proved a little bit too much of an interruption to our work here.
And what exactly is this work?
The work of restoring dwarven greatness. Exactly.
Well, that sounds like a big job.
And you hear another voice coming from behind you. And standing behind the three of you is Orsic.
I knew that squirrely little fucker was on.
Who's Orsic?
I don't know. Just seemed like the thing to say.
I knew it.
Orsic is that guy in that sanitarium, not the sanitarium, but the
he's the guy from the shop.
Yes,
The antiquarian.
Antiquarian. That's it.
Yeah, that guy who hates questions. Fuck that guy.
Well, it's simple, really. We've been working here to restore true dwarven greatness. Trying to stop the outflow of precious relics of lost Kemalak and its glory. One day we shall lead a great tide of dwarven righteousness across the land, and dwarves everywhere will rise up, following our lead. And we shall bring the city-states to the
dead.
What?
I said you won't be able to do any of that if you're dead. So think carefully about how you deal with us.
Well, I think we're more than capable of handling you. Or at least my associates are. Pakul,
I'm gonna leave.
Mulga, please deal with our friends here. I'll watch. And
you're Mulga. Yeah, we had some questions for you.
Yeah, I think we're past that point, bud.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a quest to talk to you real quick before we start this other thing.
Now, I mean, I must warn you, of course, that, if we don't come back out of these tunnels in, let's say, 20 minutes, we do have a Tyrian force that's just about ready to descend on the place, as you've heard us mention before.
Okay, Nox Bluff.
And-
Make the deception check. Alright. A couple of the dwarves are whispering to one another, but Orsic just looks at you unimpressed, as does Pakul.
Dice time.
You're leading a Tyrian force. Pakul
Oh
says,
no, I'm not
viciously.
leading a Tyrian force. They're leading a Tyrian force. We're just the advance guard. We're just the scouts.
Well, in that case, it sounds like, if you really are telling the truth, which I highly doubt you are, that killing you makes no difference anyways. So, I think we're going to take our chances, and he hefts his battle axe up.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Gentlemen, let's all just calm our bellows. I mean,
Yes,
we can-
you
we
better
can-
ease your bellows there.
And one of the dwarves, a woman, sort of goes, "Are you mocking us?"
I'm not mocking you, but I'm marking you. I mean, do you really want to end up like... Oh, goodness. Well, sort of what our other advanced guard sort of ended up doing to some of your friends, I heard, while we were out in the desert searching around. I think they ended up being sort of combination of basically biosludge and ash. I mean, if that's really how you want to end up.
Do not let their words cow you, brothers and sisters. These,
Cow? What do you mean, cow?
You are not fit to speak that word.
True. Yeah, it's true. I shouldn't have said that word. Do not let them frighten you, brothers and sisters. These three hold no fear for us, for we are dwarves, and all greatness shall be restored. And
If you say so.
at this point, you can probably guess it's time to roll initiative. Let me just get
We're surrounded by numbers. It's a math. It's a math battle.
You have no idea how hard it is to get pictures of dwarves that are bald.
I believe you.
Every dwarf has to be freaking giant beard and everything. And now... Alright, now I get to play the fun game of let's get everyone's initiative. Oh boy, this is gonna be great.
By the way, on the way down here, just before, I'd like it just to be known that Corwin prestidigitated the vomit off his shoe.
Okay. I also like how no fucks were given to the poor drunken dwarf who got stabbed.
He didn't even
I-
give me a name.
I figured that as soon as he was going down the tunnel, I'm like, yeah, you're not making it. And P.S., this ain't so...
Alright. Now I get to jump around the monster manual to pull up everyone's numbers.
I mean, because really, if he was sober, he would have just been as big of a dick as the rest of them.
Yeah, he
This is
probably
true.
would have.
Dwarves are apparently all suicidal. Don't these fuckers know we're the Great Desert Rats? Maybe we need to get some kind of badges or something so that people can see.
Yes. I need Corwin to design that.
Nice. I can start skywriting Great Desert Rats are coming.
Send someone into each town like a day before we get there to hype us.
We can use the Fall Guy to do that.
Oh, nice.
He can be our herald. Like that guy in The Knight's Tale who, when the night starts coming out and he's all da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, and he could sell our merch and stuff.
Exactly.
And where are you? Okay.
That is one long initiative list.
It sure is. All right. So, Sinclair, you start. What do you do?
Which one of these numbers is Orsic?
Orsic is not listed amongst these numbers here. He's sort of fallen back into the shadows.
Tempted to go chase him into the shadows. Okay, which one of these is Puck?
Do you... Oh, can you not see the names on them?
No, they're
No.
just numbers.
No, just like,
Oh.
circles with
You'd have
numbers,
to
and that's
set-
basically
You'd have
it.
to go into the token properties and set the permissions.
I
for
did
us to
the-
see the...
I did the... Oh, okay.
Now I can see Pakul.
Alright, one sec. Epic name placement. Okay, there we go. So,
Okay, I can't really get to him without all kinds of attacks of opportunity here. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move here.
okay.
And I'm gonna armor up. It's gonna take all my actions, but my AC will raise to 23.
Okay, nice. Alright, so yeah, you draw upon your latent psionic energies, and your skin becomes hard as iron, basically. So going first here will be Molga. And she is... What is she going to do? Okay. She is going to run over to behind you. And she is going to she's going to make an attack with this obsidian short sword she has, and it will be with advantage. Oh, so and okay. So she swings at you with her obsidian short sword, but none of the blows are able to connect. You definitely avoid them, or it simply harmlessly clatter against your skin.
Okay. If I can, I don't know exactly how this works. After the fruitless attack of this person, I'm just going to point to the entrance of the cave, stare them in the eye, and say, run.
She just sort of spits at you and goes, I think not. As another dwarf comes at you, and is also going to make, though this time not with advantage, will make 2 attacks. And again, harmlessly clatters against your skin. You're just able to dodge out of the way. The 8th one here is going to instead run up to Corwin and is going to make 2 attacks. Does a 20 hit?
Corin's going to kind of look at this and kind of see this come in, and he knows he can't dodge it, but he's going to kind of look at this and go, Protego! And he's going to cause the shield to manifest and make it just bounce right off.
Alright, what's your AC now?
21.
Nice. Yeah, I did shield, and it helped save me from one thing, and then I got half my arm torn off.
That was a nasty thing.
Yeah, it was. Alright, well, the dwarf sort of looks at this with a bit of shock, and sort of points at you and says, Defiler! And raises his short sword again and tries to attack again, but just harmlessly bounces off your shield.
Prepare to become acid. Surrender or die.
Jomo, it's your turn.
Okay. Looks like absolutely everyone is within 30 feet of me. So...
Yeah?
I'm gonna start things off right. With a little Wheaties. And by Wheaties, I mean... the Radiant Flame. Lifting my spear on high. As a fire burns in my hand, shooting up the shaft of the G and blazing out in all directions from the tip. Let the flame sear you! Know the power of fire! And looks like it's time for a whole lot of saving throws.
Alright.
Everybody
So you
needs
save
to make
against
a
that
con
too?
save. No, just the bad guys.
Now, just pretend that you're Sardic playing pickpocket. You want to roll really high on this one, not the 1s and 2s.
Alright, let's see here. Let's do all the thugs first. Fails. What's the DC again?
It's 14.
Okay. Makes it. Definitely makes it. Fails. Makes it. Makes it. Alright, so 2 of them have failed. Okay. And now let's do the Dwarven Prospector group. Makes it. Makes it. Doesn't make it. Doesn't make it. And now let's finally finish off with Pakul. Makes it.
What about Ajni and Molga?
They were include Ajni is a thug and Molga is a prospector.
Okay, so you know which ones made it and which ones failed.
Yes.
So, here's the damage. It's 16 to the ones that failed and 8 to the ones that made it.
Nice.
Okay, this is maybe the single biggest output of damage in the entire game thus far.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let me know when you're done applying damage
Yep.
to everybody. So this, like, blinding bright sheet of flame just spreads out from Jomo in every direction, curving around his allies, not touching them, but searing the flesh of everyone else. Oh man, it'll be nice once I hit. What level is it that you get Channel of Divinity twice?
6.
Knox? Level 6, yeah, I could use it twice.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Quite a fan of that. And it comes back after a short rest.
I know, it's pretty great.
And done. Okay, so yeah, this wave of fire just washes over everyone, and Ajni and one of the other dwarves that are sort of near the front, they look pretty injured right now. Everyone else, on the other hand, just looks singed, but otherwise okay.
So, number 8 doesn't look that badly hurt?
No.
Alright. Then here's what I'm going to do next. Now I'm going to move. I'm going to provoke an opportunity attack from Molga.
Okay. That doesn't hit.
Alright. Now I'm going to use my action surge. Take another action.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack number 8 here with flanking.
Okay.
$26.
Alright, that hits.
And I'm gonna utilize the chaos weapon as my G temporarily turns into a weapon of pure roiling energy of heat and chaos. I thrust it, easily piercing through whatever armor this dwarf may be wearing, and letting all of that sort of raw power flow into his body, disrupting his cells. So that's going to do an extra 2d8, I think. Yeah, so give that guy 15 more damage.
Okay. So yeah, the blade of your G strikes through his armor, hits him right in the back, and begins burning him, and he howls out in pain. Again, though, he doesn't look like he's like falling down yet. He still looks sturdy, and he just sort of grits his teeth.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep moving
Oh, okay.
to here.
All
with
right.
The rest of my movement, and I'm done.
All right. So this we're here is going to move as such, and he's going to move right behind you, Corwin, with flanking. And so he will make.
How far can they move?
They have. They can dash as a bonus action.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, but this is with advantage, so 18. That does not hit. Oh, but that does, and he will take that critical hit. So, critical hit time. One second, let me just pull up the. Sorry, I was just trying to find the person's. And that is going to be 13 points of damage. As this
Okay.
blade pierces through your shield, striking you in the side. Now, the first of the thugs will begin their action. Number 3. And it's going to go against you, Sinclair. And let's see what happens. And this is with advantage.
Because of things.
Yes, because of things. Okay, but none of them hit. This Doug here is going to roll up on Jomo, and is also going to attack with advantage. 20. What's your armor class again?
20.
Okay, so that's at least one hit. And that's 2 hits. So,
Okay, so that was at 3 separate attacks, or
2 attacks. The first one just hit anyway, so I didn't bother rolling the second. Well, I guess I should, because it could be a critical. That's a good point. That's a good point. But it wasn't. So
if I want to use warding flame,
yeah,
to impose disadvantage on one of those, I don't understand if it'll make it a miss or not.
it'll make the second one a miss, but the first one a hit. Will still hit you.
Okay, so I'll do that.
Okay, so a gout of flame bursts forth from you and strikes this dwarf, who basically sort of staggers back. The second hit misses you entirely, but the first one finds purchase against your armor and strikes a nasty gash, doing 8 points of damage.
Ah! Jomo yells out at them, his battle cry of enragingness. Gnomes were always better than dwarfs anyway!
Ooh. Ooh, that was a low blow. That was a low blow.
Hell, I'd prefer halflings at this point.
All right, Corwin, it's your turn.
Okay, Corwin is going to bonus action disengage and take a more defensible position.
All right.
And he's going to call out as he goes, "Who am I? Where am I? Oh, blessed be. You cannot hurt me." And his form is just going to kind of split apart, and where there was one core, there's now 4.
Oh boy, pulling that mirror image. Okay. So yeah, 3 illusory duplicates of you begin to split off, and the dwarves are now looking at you. Again, there's the concerns. You can hear more than a few murmurs of Defiler being uttered.
The 4 Corwins are going to each draw their crossbow and kind of take a firing position and go, "We are the Tyrian advance guard. Surrender or be destroyed."
I don't know if that's bass or if it kind of sounds like something you might hear if in some sort of Japanese thing, you know? Surrender or be destroyed.
"We have you surrounded. Come out of the building with your hands up."
All right, well, let's see what's going to happen here. This thug is going to go right after it's going to go right after Sinclair. And once again, rolling with that advantage. Doesn't hit.
Right.
Again. So blows keep thwacking away at you. But just to find no avail. 2 of the blows manage to strike against your skin, though, but they just bounce harmlessly off. Now, thug number 6. He's going to come up right behind Jomo, and he's going to attack, again, with advantage. Oh, shit. Okay, looks like something... Oh my god! Well... This is a very... Well, we'll see how... If this is... So he's going to roll a 1d2. Oh! Okay, so... The dwarf is swiping at you with his weapon. But... As he attacks you, you deftly dodge it away, and this mace that he's holding... smashes against the ground and breaks right in half, rendering it utterly ineffectual.
I've been there. I hope you got a lot of money to get that repaired.
Alright, so now what's going to happen is that he is going to, instead of making that second attack, he is going to just sort of fall back, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
That hits.
13.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, so your Obsidian G slashes out, striking him right in the shoulder as he's attempting to run away, and as he continues running, it pulls the blade out, stripping off part of his armor as well as much of his shoulder, and this guy is looking really wounded right about now. Now it's Pakul's turn. And Pakul is not liking what he's seeing with Sinclair basically just not being able to be hit, and is going to come right up on him. And this is going to be done once again with advantage. Oh boy, okay. $23, that hits, doesn't it?
Yeah, how many attacks is he coming at me with?
He came at you with 3, and he had advantage on all of them.
Cool.
So he is going to do... $12 points of damage. And also you need to make a DC 15 saving throw, strength saving throw. All right, you make it. Now it's Ajni's turn. Ajni is going to attack Jomo. With advantage. So misses and hits. So he's going to attack and yeah. Let's see how much damage he does. Does 6 points of damage.
Alright. Jomo grunts in pain. You just wait your turn.
Alright. This other thug is going to come up to you, and he's also going to attack you with advantage. Well, that hits. And that hits. Oh, again. So, 2 hits.
I'm gonna, oh, it wouldn't matter, huh? If I did my thing.
What thing?
If I gave him disadvantage, it wouldn't help on
Yeah.
either of those, right?
No. So it's 8 and 6.
Okay.
Sinclair, it's your turn.
Okay, I've had about enough of everybody within reach. Are any of them the ones looking particularly damaged?
One of them is, yeah, the one to your southeast.
Number 4.
Yep.
Okay, well, he didn't piss me off like Pakul. So I'm about to attack Pakul a whole bunch.
Okay.
With advantage.
Okay.
Not
Let's see what you got.
So it's going to be 2 weapon strikes and 2 unarmed strikes.
Oh.
Inspiration, that last one.
Okay, that's good. Okay. So none of those hit. Every
Okay.
single one of those blows is just parried aside by Pakul, who laughs That one does hit, however.
Okay, he's got to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
DC is 15.
Oh, critical failure.
So he falls prone,
All right.
and he's got another unarmed strike coming his. Let me give you damage first. And then against him prone for 18.
Okay. That hits. All right. So you strike these 2 blows viciously into Pakul, and he seems, as he's knocked prone, but he just sort of looks up at you and gives you this mad grin on his face. Now it's Molga's turn, and Molga will be attacking with advantage. Well, okay, so one of her attacks hits critically, and she's going to take the critical damage. So hits for 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And let me see here. Just have to check what the rules I did for the hell did I put the house rules? There we are. Okay. Ooh, but as she's doing this massive amounts of damage to you, the blade snaps off in your back. And Mulga has now been left without a blade. So this Dwarven Prospector is now going to come in. He will not attack with advantage. But he's still going to hit.
Got me.
All right. For 8 points of damage.
Got it.
Yep. And this Prospector is now going to attack Jomo. With advantage. Or actually, Jomo, which way are you facing? Are you facing Ajni, or I guess you'd be facing to the south? Well, you tell me what direction you're facing.
Jeez, I don't really know. I guess towards like Ajni, yeah. And
Okay, then he will do it with advantage.
6, yeah.
Well, that's gonna hit. And that's gonna hit. Man, these guys are
I want to use... Oh, wait. Never mind.
Yeah, even with disadvantage, still gonna hit both times. So that's 11 points of damage.
Okay.
But it's your turn, Jomo.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use Second Wind as a bonus action. Heal myself for 7. Then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself as a 2nd level spell. My regular action. for 10 more.
Okay. Your wounds knit together.
And I'm going to... stay where I am.
All right.
That's it.
All right. So this prospector here is going to continue going after Corwin, and he's going to load up a crossbow and fire it at you, Corwin.
Okay. Corbin will attempt to shift that to a duplicate.
All right.
One of Corwin's duplicates vanishes.
All right. So that's going to be it for that one. Number 3 is going to go after Sinclair still with advantage. Oh my god.
You guys are crit happy.
Yeah. So it's going to roll 2. So that's 7 points of damage. And his weapon does not break. Thug is going to attack Jomo with advantage. Okay. One of them hits. Unless you want to impose a that's right, wouldn't help.
Yeah, it wouldn't help this time.
And that's 8 points of damage as it strikes you. Corwin, it's your turn.
Corbin will look at that one prospector and smile and go, I warned you. Just saying, last chance. And Corbin will first aim his hand at him, but then he's going to move it slightly to the right. Rapturus! Suddenly, this bizarre-looking thing that almost looks like one of his chaos bolts is going to streak out.
Ooh, okay.
And this nasty ringing noise erupts from here, which is going to strike numbers 2, 8, 10, and 11.
All right. Okay. And that makes it. That one doesn't. That one makes it. And that one doesn't. And 2, 8, 10, and 11?
Yes, 2, 8, 10, and 11, and half damage on a save.
All right. So, ooh. Let me just move the things here.
And also, obviously, a very loud explosion just goes off.
Yes. So, this eruption occurs right from this point of contact, and you see the dwarves there sort of stumble back, except for Pac, who's sort of lying on the ground and sort of bears the brunt of it. Now, two of the dwarves are looking very wounded. They are both near Jomo, while the others, Molga and Pakul, still look relatively okay.
Corbin will turn back behind him and go, "That's it, lads! Reload the cannon! Fire again!"
Alright. And this guy's going to make an attack with advantage. Doesn't hit. Doesn't hit. Alright. None of those hit. 6. He's going to fire a crossbow at you, Jomo.
Which one? Oh, number 6.
But misses entirely. Pakul is going to get up, sort of brush himself off, and what is Pakul going to do now? Pakul is going to actually step back for a second, because he's going to try something. So he's going to provoke an opportunity attack. That does not hit, sadly. Alright. So Pakul looks like he's readying something. Ajni is now going to attack Jomo, but will not be with the... Well, actually, it will be with advantage because of their thing they get. That doesn't hit. Doesn't hit. That hits. So that's 4 points of damage on Jomo.
Okay.
Now Stug is going to attempt to... Okay, that hits. That one you could use Warding Flame on, though.
You're attacking Sinclair now. If it's thug number 4.
Oh, right. Yes, sorry. So that doesn't hit? Doesn't hit. Okay, so none of them hit. Sinclair, your turn.
I am amazed that I lived through that. Okay, what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do? Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
Blow the final point of inspiration that I have for advantage.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack this guy.
Sadly, that is not enough to hit him.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and spend PowerPoint to do my follow-up attack.
And that is that... oh, that's with your quarterstaff. So I'm going to need you to make a 1d2 roll. Okay. Your weapon's fine. That... And none of those hit.
Okay, that is it for me. I just got to heal from this scion.
The music is gone.
Oh, well, I still hear it.
It
Oh,
is.
that's
That's
weird.
right.
Okay, I'll just restart it. Okay. Molga's gonna roll up on Sinclair. Going to attack with advantage. That hits. So 1 hit. So 6 points of damage.
All right.
So this one prospector is going to come up on you, Sinclair. Not going to have advantage, though. And misses both times as the blows just harmlessly clatter against your skin. This prospector is going to attack Jomo. This one will be with advantage. Okay, 1 hit. Oh, but you could...
yeah, I will.
Okay.
I'll use
Whirring
Whirring Flame.
And the others miss. Jomo,
Okay.
your turn.
Well... I'm gonna try to hit number 8 there.
Okay.
Spinning my G around over my head and then bringing it down in a sharp thrusting motion towards the junction of his neck and shoulder.
All right.
22
That hits.
for 6.
Are you going to do Chaos Weapon?
I can only do it once. I already did it.
Oh.
So, after that, I will take a bonus action to Healing Word myself at 2nd level. For 11. And that's it.
All right. Prospector number 9 is going to continue the assault on Sinclair. I mean, on Corwin. But misses entirely. Thug number 3 is going to roll up on... I think he's going to roll up on... on Corwin. It's going to make 2 attacks. Okay.
Protego.
All right. Shield bounces up. Attacks miss entirely. Thug number 2 is going to go after Jomo. With advantage. But all of them miss. Corwin, it's your turn.
Okay, Corwin's going to disengage and back off a bit. And as he does, he's going to once again sing the Balakan lullaby. Cloclido Partha Menenclech Narun 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 Hasinojir na Tiranach Narun Naran Narun.
All right.
6, 8, 9, 3, 4, and 5 will be affected.
6, 8, 9, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So what's going to happen now is... So 6, 8, 9, 3, 4, and 5. So 6 is sleeping.
Actually, I think I might have... Within 20 feet of a point you choose. 4, 1, 2, 3, They're a little bit more spread out than they were before. 6 will not be in the running. The rest...
Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, 3 is going to go sleepy time. 4 is going to go sleepy time. It's going to go sleepy time. And these 2 are going to stay up. So thug number 5 is asleep. Thug number 6 is going to load up his crossbow and shoot at Jomo. $20, so that hits. Unless you want to impose disadvantage.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So, misses.
Just barely.
As the crossbow bolt just goes by your ear. Puckle is still looks like he's going to try something here. So he's going to once again try and move back.
Welcome back, Boss Pie.
Provoking opportunity attack. That does not hit. So, Ajani is now going to make his attack with advantage. Okay, none of them hit.
Excellent.
Number 4 is asleep. Sinclair, it's your turn.
Okay. Let me update a few numbers. All right. Bonus action disengage.
Yeah, finish that guy off.
Yeah, I guess I should choose targets a little wisely. How's this guy looking?
He's looking pretty wounded.
We've done a lot of damage to that guy.
Yeah, I want to get you out of flanking at least. Taking these things on alone hasn't been very effective for me.
All right, that hits. All right.
Okay, and then does that drop?
That is enough. How do you want to do this?
Okay, so I'm going to spend some psychic points here because I got to heal. Drops into a position behind him. Staff starts to glow a dull, and he smashes him on the back of the head. At the same time, the glow transfers from the staff and then seems to become an energy wave that pushes the prospector towards Jomo.
Okay.
And I don't know, through some fate or circumstance, just slams the thing right through his obsidian G in the throat, killing him.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. First one down. First blood has been drawn.
Did you see me kill that guy all by myself?
All by yourself, bud.
All right. Moga is going to have seen this and is not going to be very happy, and she is going to attack. This is not going to be with advantage, though. Oh, and you said you were going to ready side points to heal yourself?
No, I had to spend side points on something to heal myself, so that's what I did.
And then you're staying in that position? Is that where you're good?
I think I have to, don't I?
Well, I don't know if you have any movement left.
Yeah, you can still move if you want.
Oh, I didn't realize you could split that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
5th edition you can.
Oh, God. Well, yeah. I'm gonna finish my movement then. Where should I go? Let's go up here to see if we can't keep Pakul from unleashing his thing of doom and maybe give. So that obviously would have happened before Mulga moved.
Okay. I'll just
Yeah.
move Mulga back to... Well, she's gonna move in behind you and is going to attack with advantage. Oh, critical. So she's going to do
No.
8 points of damage.
Okay.
Prospector number 7 is gonna move in to take over prospector number 8's place. So, one sec. There we go. Is going to attack. I'll say that you're facing this prospector, so he won't have advantage.
Doesn't he have a special thing?
Not the prospectors,
Oh, okay.
but misses on both of them. And number 8 is dead. So I'll just take him off the turn tracker. Jomo, it's your turn.
Alright, we're gonna try to stab number 2 there with the flanking.
Okay.
How badly hurt does Sinclair
Pretty
look?
badly hurt.
Hmm. $22.
That hits.
Stab him for 10.
All right. How would you like to do this?
Alright. So number 2 there is I don't know, he's fighting, he's doing whatever he's doing, and I just swing low at his legs, forcing him to jump up to avoid the slashing blade of the G at his ankles. And as he jumps in the air, I spin it around and just set the butt of the spear down in front of him, so that when he comes down from his little jump, he just impales himself underneath the chin on the point that's sticking up right there off the ground.
Nice.
And then
And-
I
That's
just,
badass, but it assumes that dwarf has one hell of a vertical.
well, you know, adrenaline, when you're trying not to get hit in the legs, you can jump pretty high. It's it was at the right angle and everything.
Lots of complicated math involved. You wouldn't understand.
I had to do some physics in my head. It was fine. And I kick him off. And then I'm also going to, as a bonus action,
All right.
healing word myself again.
Okay.
Only first level this time. So I give myself 6 more. Alright, that's, and then I'll move. I'm not gonna move. Maybe I will move. Maybe I won't move. I'll move, wait, where did Sinclair just go? Oh.
Sorry, I was messing around and clicked the wrong thing.
I'm gonna move into yeah, I'm gonna provoke an opportunity attack from the prospector there.
Okay.
But I don't think he has advantage right now, right?
He doesn't. Misses.
Alright, then I'm gonna move up here. And and then from there I'm gonna move over to here.
Okay.
Either way, that's where I moved to. It didn't matter which route I took, I guess. Whether I went below him or above him, either way, it's the same thing. So, yeah, I'm done.
All right. Prospector number 9. He's going to just keep firing at Corwin. But misses. The thug is going to sleep. And it's Corwin's turn.
Corwin smiles as he watches Jomo kind of move a bit. And he'll look at that prospector. And once again, he'll just simply invoke the first line, Cloclido Partha Meninclech. And this is going to target 1, 10, 7, and 9.
1, 10, 7, and 9. Okay. So, what's going to happen is 1 is going to go sleepy time. 10 is going to go sleepy time. So Molga's going to fall asleep. And that's going to be it. So, number 5 is asleep. Number 6 is going to load up his crossbow, fire at Jomo. But miss. Pakul is not giving up on what he wants to do. He's got it in his mind and he really wants to do it. Moving over here.
Does that provoke?
Yes, it does. That misses, sadly. Ajni is asleep. Number 4, sleep. Sinclair, it's your turn.
Can I murder Molga? What's the deal with sleep?
I think that's coup de grace.
Yeah, while you're in battle, no, you can't just murder them. But once you leave battle, so basically once all of them are incapacitated, then you could just murder them in their sleep, yeah.
I think like if you were to attack them, if it hits, it's a critical. It's sort of like paralysis, I think.
Yeah, but
Yeah, if
again,
they're incapacitated. You get advantage and it's an automatic crit, but that won't necessarily kill them outright, you know.
Okay. Well,
And if it doesn't kill them, it just wakes them up.
I'm nervous to leave Pakul to his own devices, but I roll like shit whenever I try and hit him. I'm going to move down here.
okay.
Actually, I'm going to change that. Move there. And attack.
Alright, that hits.
Okay, so same sort of situation before. Quarterstaff glows, I attack. Does 10 damage to him, and he's got to make a strength saving throw if he's still...
Well, thankfully you had wounded this one sufficiently, so how do you want to end this one?
Okay, so as I'm surrounded, but then suddenly Molga and Ajni collapse, Pakul scatters away. I step over Molga's body, casually thwack this one in the head, and then use the rest of my movement to get back over to Pakul.
Okay, so you just smack it in the head and kill him. So number 7 is down. So now it's 2 dead bodies on top of each other.
Probably difficult terrain at this point.
Yeah. Well, Molga is sleepy time. Jomo, your turn.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. You guys, I was kind of thinking you might not pull this one out.
There's a chance we still might not.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, those sleep spells were pretty much the game changer. Okay, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to cast my final spell. This is the last spell I have today, you guys. I cast
All right.
Cure Wounds on Sinclair. Oh, only 5 points. Sorry.
I'll take it.
And, well, that's all I can do, actually.
All right. Prospector number 9 is going to fire at Corwin. 24.
Corin will attempt to shift that to a duplicate. One of Corwin's duplicates vanishes.
All right. Awesome. Bug number 3 is sleepy time. Corwin, it's your turn.
And now it's time for you two to fall asleep as well.
Oh,
When the bow breaks.
okay.
This will target 6 and 9.
Well, 6 and 9 are both going to go sleepy time.
Corwin will advance a bit back into the room and go, well, it seems they had a really big party in here. And he'll look at Packhool.
All right. Bug sleepy. Bug sleepy. Packle has had enough of this shit. He's going to just go full out. So he's going to begin his attacks. 1 hits. And that's going to do... $16 points of damage to Sinclair.
Holy shit.
I am unhappy about this.
The good news is that Packle is looking pretty wounded, though.
That wasn't even a crit, huh? Oof.
Nope, not even a crit. All right. Ashing is asleep. Sinclair, your turn.
Okay, let's see if my curse against this guy continues.
All right. All right, that hits. Second one
All
hits. Ooh, nice hit.
And I will burn the PowerPoint, my last PowerPoint, to go at him a couple more.
That hits. Oh, critical
Ooh.
hit. Nice. Okay, roll the damage. Oh, well, that critical hit was kind of a sad one, but...
Well, so it's not quite done. Because
Oh.
again, the glowing staff imparts its energy to him in a wave, and he is knocked back 30 feet. But you
Nice.
say he can't be knocked back 30 feet because there's only 10 feet behind him.
So he goes prone.
So he takes 3d6 points of damage when he smashes into the wall.
Oh!
That's amazing.
Nice.
Oh my god, you have... I was kind of worried Paco was going to do some horrible things to you, but it looks like you guys may have just pulled it out. Okay, so let me just first calculate all his damage. So 3d6, that's 9. All right, he's still standing, though. Just barely.
How much total damage did you do?
10, 15, 20,
30?
30.
Wow. Good job. That was sick.
Jomo,
Yeah, it took everything I had left, but
it's your turn. Can you
All
finish
right.
off Paco?
I'm charging over there and going at him. You shouldn't have messed with the desert rats. For the flame! So I charge over there. I attack. You know what? This guy's got a pretty good armor class. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll just step up. Hold on. I do have cantrips. Let me see how these work. Produce flame. I have to make an attack. But if I use sacred flame... I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, I will say he's pretty wounded, so...
Alright, I'll step up beside my friend here, and I will say, "Be judged by the flame!" Hold out my G, pointing it at him, and a white-hot burst of fire erupts around him. Let's see if it actually works. He needs to make a wisdom save. Wait, is it wisdom? It's dexterity, not wisdom.
Okay. That's good, because he's... And he fails.
So he takes 5 radiant damage.
Not quite enough to kill him. He's now basically, he's leaning on his battle axe, though.
What a dick. Well, I'm gonna move up on him to at least try to provide a flanking opportunity or something.
Alright,
And then I'm done.
Corwin, it's your turn.
Corwin will call out to him. You know, you really should have brought the painting, bought it while you had the chance, but now it's time for you to fall as well. Exactly. And Corwin will sort of raise his hand elaborately to his lips, and he'll blow and invoke his final bit of arcane might and make him go to sleep.
Very nice. As Pakul just sort of leaning on his battle axe, just sort of reaches out at you and slumps over, asleep.
How many fucking sleep spells do you have? Oh my god.
Yeah, being an arcane trickster, I have 6 slots now of first level.
Oh, because you get some from that and some from wizard.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Good
Okay, new
shit.
tactic. We just send Corwin in there to put entire rooms to, and then come in later with knives.
All right. And you have, after a very, very scary some very scary points in the battle, and also good job on not letting him get off what he was trying to do, because that would have been horrible.
I had an inkling.
You have won this combat.
Yay.
So the
Yay.
room is now filled with sleeping enemies. What do you do now?
I am unceremoniously murdering the ones who
Yeah, I'm turning them
don't
into
have-
dead enemies.
The ones who don't have names, I'm killing. The others we might want to question.
Okay. In the background, though, of the room, you can hear someone sort of going, what? How is this possible?
Or sick.
I knew it. It was Orsic.
Right?
Yep. It's Orsic, and he's sort of cowering in the back, cradling one of the hammers in his hand and just sort of looking at you and just, no, this isn't possible.
As I said with your friend's blood yesterday, it was a nice try.
Well, I mean, if you really want, I mean, and he'll gesture to the fallen host here, you can always consider that this was all just a dream.
What are you planning on doing with me?
Grab him. I'll keep taking care of these sleeping guys.
Alright, so you're just killing off all the ones who are sleeping, except for Paco, Moga, and Ajni?
Yeah. I'll kill
Okay.
Pakul too, just because he's a pain in the ass.
Okay.
I'll leave Molga and Ajni.
I don't need to even keep his turn order up, and we can actually even return to this screen. So you have killed every single one of the dwarves except for Ajni and Molga. Orsic has been. You've caught Orsic, and so are you tying him up? What are you doing?
I got some rope.
Here's the deal with that. I would like to tie them up, but what do you guys think? Because the minute we step outside this cave, leading a dwarf in shackles, what are our chances of getting out of Rockside with them? Because anybody that sees us is immediately going to accost us.
I didn't think we'd take him anywhere. We just tie him up to keep him from getting away so we can ask him questions.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
That's very true. Yes.
Let them bargain for their lives with information.
What information? What do you want?
Is this all of you?
We are Legion. We represent all the dwarves. Orsic barks.
How many were in that other group that we killed?
I don't remember. 6, maybe?
Yeah, 6 sounds about right.
Jomo does some math on his fingers. So we've already killed like 25 of your people just since we've been here. Just the 3 of us.
Right, give or take.
Jomo doesn't know what 25 means.
Look. The dwarves of Kemalok will never bow to you, you vermin.
We aren't interested in the dwarves of Kemalok bowing to. You are interrupting shipments that our employer was expecting. We honestly had no idea what you were up to. When we got here, we just needed to have the obsidian continue to flow.
The obsidian and the relics of Kemalok, you mean? You are stealing our heritage.
We're not stealing
Actually,
anything. We're just trying to stop you from attacking caravans.
And our employer had no idea about the relic. I mean, if you guys had just robbed the caravans, just robbed them of the relics, and then let the obsidian go, you could have continued to do this for I don't know how long, and we never would have known.
That is very true.
But you had to kill everybody.
Traitors and worthless dwarves.
It's not like
Basically.
you're even dwarves of Kimalok anyway. Those dwarves are long dead. You're just pretenders.
We are the heirs to their great heritage. We will not bow to you or your sorcerer kings.
What makes you think we serve a sorcerer king?
All humans and their ilk serve the sorcerer kings in the end.
I'm gonna blow your mind, Orsic. Our employer is a dwarf.
No doubt dwarf who's turned against his his heritage, though he sort of pauses before saying this. Such vermin deserve no less than to be cut down. And as he says that, he just sort of glares at you and just sort of tries to stand up, but sort of fails as his legs are trembling too badly.
Look, there's only two ways this can go. Your people can stop robbing the caravans, or we can hunt down and kill every member of your faction.
And it appears that Ajni's woken up. You've already done it. You've already killed all of us. Shut up, you fool! There's no... All right. You can do...
No, fuck.
To you, Ajni is an incomprehensible... He as incomprehensible as the number 25.
Okay.
But Ajni's sputtering, you've already killed all our number. This was all we had left. Look, just please let me go. Please.
Was that what the drunken dwarf, did he say that before you killed him?
But I was just following orders.
Whose order?
Orsik's orders.
Did Orsik order you to smile at the guy as you stabbed him to death?
Guy's time.
And he's just sort of weeping now. Mulga has also woken up and she's growling at him. Shut up, you fool!
Okay, are they all three bound?
Yep, they're all bound.
Okay, I'm gonna step aside with Corwin and Jomo and sort of motion them to come over where the dwarves may be.
Okay.
Okay, so what are you thinking? We could leave them here bound. Corwin, if you're able to, you could put them to sleep. And then we could just go find the authorities and tell them they're here. Or we could just end it now. Doesn't sound like anybody else knows about this place.
I think we gotta make sure. We need to know who's in charge of this whole thing. Who's their leader?
Yeah, it's Orsik, buddy.
You think it's Orsik?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Sirshu just sort of nods and says, yes. Just leave... you take the martial displays, but maybe leave the thinking and planning to these two. She sort of motions at Sinclair and Corwin.
Well, they did try to kill us. I don't really see why we should let any of them live. Unless we got a use for them. Even so, we should only let one of them live. Whichever one
well, here's my
cooperates the
suggestion.
most.
Yeah, I think we take out Orsik and Mulga and then leave Ajni here, and then let's go back to the caravanserai. And who was our contact there?
Sano.
Yeah, tell Sana that he's down here and let her decide. He betrayed her more than any of.
It's really strange, you think instead of them attacking, all these caravans and such, and just simply, other dwarves that just weren't involved in all that, you'd think they'd have just assassinated Sanel at that rate.
Well, I don't know if they knew if Sanel was doing this. By the sounds of it, it Sounds like they were attacking caravans at random, more just trying to find Sanel's shipments.
Yeah, she probably was more able to find the relics in the first place than they were. So if they assassinated her, it would just be someone else gathering them. This way they could identify the caravan, hit them on the road.
Corwin nods at that. Yes, he considers it. I suppose you're right with that. But I mean, obviously, Ajani had the in with her to kind of figure out exactly which ones it was. So, I mean, obviously
Right.
he knew that she was quite involved with it.
We gotta make sure they stop for good. You know, if we leave here and then they just go back to doing this, it didn't do us any good to come here.
Right.
So whoever's left in charge of this place, we gotta put the fear into them. So they know if they do this shit anymore, they're gonna die. You know, maybe tell them, look what 3 of us did, but the guy who sent us has many more than 3 to send here. On the other hand, they're not going to be happy with that, right? They're so fanatical about their relics and shit. So they probably
That's why I
still going to keep
suggested-
acting up. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I suggested that we leave Ajni here. He seems like he's broken.
Maybe we gotta get Sanel to stop taking the relics. Permanent solution.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that.
So, have you 3 decide what you're going to do? Personally, I would just as much say turn them over to Sanel, or maybe even go to Nalral.
I'm half surprised Neural isn't part of their number.
Yeah, I say we save Ajni for Sanal and dispatch the other.
Sounds good to me.
Orsic, gonna need the key to your shop.
What? Why? Why do you need that?
Because you're tied up in a cave, in a mine, and I've got 2 people with very sharp weapons here.
I say to him, you can give us the key, or we can kill you right now.
If it means taking more relics of Kemalok, I'd rather die.
It doesn't mean taking more relics of Kemalot. In fact, that is done. At least the person that was doing it here will no longer be doing it.
He just sort of sneers, I do not trust your words.
You don't have to. You just need to give me the key.
I'm tied up. How do you expect me to give you the key?
Indicate where it's located on your person.
You can go sawed off.
That's okay. Did I say or? I meant and anyway. And I'm gonna fucking just drive the blade of my G right down into his spine.
Okay. Orsic just sort of batters out blood, and just slumps over, dead, as is his mad dreams of dwarven rebellion.
I kill you in the name of the Sorcerer Kings! Tyranny! Who is the other one? Oh yeah, Molga, or whatever her name was.
Yep, Mulga.
You shouldn't have tried to kill us.
And what are you doing?
You got anything to say to save your life?
Chemolock forever!
Hmm.
Corwin will kind of go up over next to him, and he'll produce the Chemolock painting. No, yes. Speaking of Chemolock forever, doesn't this look like a really nice representation of?
She just looks at you with a look of utter, just what the fuck.
Corwin smiles broadly.
She has no idea how to process this. This is not how anything. She could never have expected this ever happening. Okay, so let's see. Try to sell paintings to a painting, to a ghost, to a bar owner, and now to a prisoner.
We're about to execute you, but would you like to die the owner of this fine painting?
Exactly.
It would be a very interesting piece of the history of its provenance.
You could will it to someone.
So yeah, she's just staring at Corwin with utter bewilderment in her eyes, mixed with hate.
Well, I'll kneel down next to her and just, sadly, Chemolock died some time ago. And pull out a dagger and jam it into her throat.
Alright. And she just coughs out blood as she tries to mouth the words Chemolock forever once again.
You really should have tried to buy the painting.
And those are the last things she hears as she dies.
Why these people care so much about some old ruins? It ain't gonna make their lives better.
So Ajni is right now freaking the fuck out because he thinks he's next.
Ajni, my boy, you're gonna be okay. I mean, for a little while. From us, we're gonna leave you here, and we're gonna go tell Sanel where you are and what you've done.
What? 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 Santa, what? Why would you tell her? What is she? I don't understand. What do you think she's going to do? What? Is she in on this? What?
Oh, you didn't know. Gosh, now she's definitely gonna kill you. Yeah, she was smuggling the relics out, my man.
What? But I it uh oh. And he sort of looks at Orsic and Mulga, and and then just sort of looks down, defeated.
But until such time as you meet your fate, Ajni, do me a favor and just spread the word about the desert rats, because we mean what we say.
And we are Legion. You've seen what 3 of us can do. Imagine when 7 of us come here. Or even 5. Look at Sinclair, 5, big number, right?
25. You meant to say.
25, I mean.
Okay, I will go about the grisly task of looting the fuck out of these.
Oh yeah, we're looting. And we're looting the dude that we're leaving alive, too.
Obviously.
Okay. Oh, man.
Now, before we leave, are you sure you don't want to buy this painting?
It turns out to be cursed. If you refuse to buy it, you tend to die.
Ajni is just sort of crying as a pool of urine forms underneath him. It's fair to say he's probably not interested in buying the painting or the sketch drawing.
Oh, look at this pathetic dwarf. I'm sure the dwarves of Camelot would be really proud of their descendants.
So, on their bodies, you find a total of 52 enamel pieces, 103 slate pieces, and 337 ceramic pieces. You also find a total of 6 light crossbows, 4 heavy crossbows, 3 obsidian short swords, and 6 bone maces, as well as 1 obsidian battle axe. And
is that the weapon of, what's his name?
Pakul, yeah.
He had the
As
obsidian
well,
battle axe?
yep. As well as 1 set of chitin armor, 6 sets of leather armor, and 4 sets of studded leather armor.
How does that chitin armor work? Like, what's its properties?
The chitin armor is basically, it's a medium armor. And it's worth about, well, if you were to buy it, it'd be 50 enamel pieces, but you wouldn't get that much to sell it.
You guys want to take any of these weapons or anything?
No, not particularly.
I don't think they're of too good a quality. I mean, I think a couple of them just broke right in that one combat.
That axe looks pretty impressive. I might take that. We need to start collecting mementos from our travels to put up at our shitty bar or tavern.
Yeah.
Okay, so just divide up the coin roughly into 3 portions. And did we find dude's key or anything on his?
Yes, you did. You found the key to his shop.
Okay.
You also found the key to the Razorstone Tavern.
Oh yeah, we should rob that too.
No, leave the tavern alone. Other people worked there. They didn't do nothing.
That's true. Actually, let's take the key and give it to that left.
Liftrasa?
Yeah, wasn't that the non-asshole in the?
Yeah.
The waitress.
How much time has passed? since the end of the battle?
It's now about 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, but how much time has passed since the end of the battle?
About half an hour.
Could it take a short rest then?
Sure.
Great.
Are we limited on the healing that we can do during short? Is it like just one hit dice, or?
As far as I know, you can just spend hit dice during a short rest.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, I'll get a second level spell back with magical recovery. Some of my other tricks back. And I will. Just in case we run into any problems coming out of here. Everybody good now?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're clearly taking the coin.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I am going to lug that axe out. And then the keys.
Corwin will take the 3 short swords.
Okay. So yeah, you grab those and you leave a crying dwarf who's pissed himself alone, tied up in the cavern.
We're leaving him tied up, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll just take the smaller share on each of those. One of you can get the slightly bigger shares.
I will send that Corwin's way.
Okay.
All right. So, as you emerge from the sort of find your way back, you emerge out into the main part of Rockside, where night has now fallen. There's dwarves sort of milling about the outside of the Razorstone, sort of confused as to why it's closed right now. Just out of curiosity, have you guys cleaned yourselves up at all? Because you would have had a little bit of blood on you and everything.
Yeah, I would ask Corwin for a little wiggle whack.
Does Corwin have prestidigitation?
Skorango, Skorangavi, Skorangatus. And he'll do that on everyone and make us nice and shiny. As well as the 3 obsidian swords, if there's anything on them, and the battle axe, and anything we're taking out, will make nice and sparkly.
Very nice. That is impressive.
Prestidigitation. Literally, if you had this power, you would never go hungry.
Wait, why?
Well, the real world, imagine if you had prestidigitation. You'd be a one-person...
Oh, yeah, you could make fat monies off of this. Yeah.
But alas, in this benighted realm, you can't. And also, it's somewhat hard to do so in Athos as well, because of course prestidigitation is kind of the domain of arcane spellcasters. So
I wonder how much you could charge people just for casting guidance on them for everything they do all day long. Like if you're a high pressure, high performance job, having somebody there that would just keep casting guidance on you for every single thing you did, it seems like you could make money.
They're called performance coaches. They're
Yeah,
generally
basically.
psychiatrists.
Nice.
Like every hospital's gonna have people there to cast guidance on the surgeons and stuff.
yes, you just constantly hear the din of "Let the flame guide you."
Yeah. Mending, though, you could make money with mending.
Yeah.
If any of our stuff was, damaged in the fight, I'll mend it.
Uh,
It got close.
Other than some tears in Sinclair's clothing from the brutal thwacking he got from the battle axe.
Yeah, that was a tough fight. I kind of thought we might lose.
Yeah. If not for the sleep, we would have been gone.
I was thinking that too. I mean, that one attack that hit Corwin was half his health there, and I'm like, all right, I got to take a defensive position before actually doing anything here. I'm just going to be dog.
Yeah, my stupid temporary hit points saved me 3 times from outright. Or
Nice.
at least getting to 0 hit points. I don't know if that's death. I don't know how that works.
It
No,
puts you in a dying state, and then you can save 3 times to stabilize, or if you fail 3 times, then you die.
Gotcha.
and during that time, if you get healing, you're automatically restored. Or if someone spares a dying on you, or a healer's kit, etc., etc.
Yeah. Unless they do the thing where basically they do all of your health. I forget what it is exactly, but I think it's if they do all your health worth of damage, and then twice that, so then it instantly kills you.
Yeah, like massive damage rules or something like that.
I forget. Yeah, I forget what it is again.
I think it's equal to your max HP. I'm not totally sure about that, though.
I don't remember how it works in 5e off the top of my head.
Okay, instant death. When damage reduces you to 0 hit points and there is damage remaining, you die if the remaining exceeds... yeah, so basically, if they did your health worth of damage at your max health worth of damage after you hit 0 hit points, that instantly kills you.
Right, okay, so you can go to negative your max HP, essentially.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I suggest we find Lestrasa, give her the key, go over and loot that dude's shop, and then go back to Sam.
You really want to let Drassa know that he just killed a whole bunch of dwarves, including her employer?
Certainly not. Her employer has gone away. He has left her the bar in appreciation for her service. And to wish him well, the first round this evening's on the house.
Sirshu just sort of shrugs and goes, all right. Anyways, Livdrasa actually is sort of one of the people milling about the outside of the tavern. She isn't really paying attention to you. She's just sort of she's just looking around every so often. She has to sort of calm down a dwarf who's wants to be let in.
Is everyone kind of distracted-ish?
Yeah.
Corwin has a grin, and he kind of ducks behind the the side of the tavern where he can't be seen that much, and he kind of makes a little. He sort of gestures to Sinclair with his hand, and kind of mimics this kind of thing where it's something kind of inadvertently slips into his pocket and raises an eyebrow.
I'll check my pocket.
No, he's sort of making like a gesture of something that could happen to, and he'll make a little finger message over to like indicating the way.
Oh, yeah. I'll nod at you.
Okay, then. In the next moment, you kind of feel this invisible finger kind of tapping at you with its hand extended.
I'll go ahead and put the key in there.
Corbin will kind of just walk over nonchalantly, like just away from it, because, I mean, he has 40 feet range on it, so he'll be sort of like looking such a sidelong and just sort of take this invisible hand and just sort of slip it over into one of the pockets and just sort of gently place the key in there.
Okay. I guess make a stealth roll?
I think technically it's sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of hand. Okay, yep. Alright. And she will roll perception, which for her will... well, actually, it doesn't matter. She would just be rolling a straight d20, so she can't win. So, yep. You slip the key into Lifdrasa's pocket without issue.
That Mage Hand Legerdemain is honestly a really fucking good ability.
It is. It's pretty nice.
Plus, Corwin's is superpowered thanks to his sacrificing his telekinetic grasp.
Yeah, it's like a telekinetic mage hand. So he'll go and just basically just sort of disperse the hand and, let that sort of fade out. And he'll just sort of, walk over by Sinclair and Joma and go, well, I think that particular bit of work is done.
All right?
Yeah, it's good not to have any questions for that. Let's,
So what now?
I'm gonna go see what's in this shop that might be worth taking.
So you are going to take things, take the relics of Kemalok.
No, but I imagine he has other cool stuff.
All right.
And also maybe yes. I don't know. We'll see what.
And by no, I mean it's not off the table.
Nice.
Look, if these dwarves wanted us to be sympathetic to their cause, they could have started by, not attacking us a bunch of times.
That's true.
Okay. So, yeah, you leave Rockside. You can't say you're sorry to have it in your rear now. And
I'm always sorry to have anything in my rear.
And you now head back to Sandside, where you find your way to the antiquarian shop. So, what do you do?
Is anyone around in the immediate area?
Nope. It's looking pretty quiet. Most people are at the tavern or are basically heading off to go to sleep now. Around now, it's now approaching 8:30.
Well, I'd say the coast is clear. Might as well head on in.
Yep.
All right, you open the door, and inside it's dark. All the candles and torches have been blown out or doused.
Corwin will kind of dig in his pocket and he'll pull something out and essentially
if it's that fucking button, I swear to
he'll
God.
cast light on the magic button.
God damn it! That fucking button!
The magic button.
That goddamn button. I knew
Quite
it
the
was-
gift your aunt gave you, Corwin.
Oh, she's quite an ingenious one.
All right, so you walk out, you use your goddamn button, and shine the light around, lighting up the tavern, or lighting up the antiquarian shop. So, in the main room, there's...
Nice.
In the main room, there's the maps of the region and everything. There's some statuary and some carvings on the wall. Most of these would be impractical to smuggle out, but a few of the pieces, namely about 4 of the pieces of statuary, could be taken out, as well as the maps if you want to, as well as some of the old scrolls. So in total, that would be 5 scrolls, 3 maps, and 4 statues in the main room. So do you take them?
No, I'm not really looking for that.
Yeah, Corwin looked at the maps before, and the scrolls he wasn't able to read, even with the comprehending of languages, so he really doesn't have much interest in.
All right.
I kind of want
going-
to burn this place down.
Actually, I've had an idea. It's still taking shape. We'll talk about it on the way back to the caravans. In the meantime, let's see if we can find any coin, maybe some books, anything like that that would be valuable. And
All right. Looking through the place, it doesn't look like you can find any coins sitting about. You do find some books, but they're all on various esoteric topics related to the dwarves and... Oh, God damn it, Josiah. Related to the dwarves and archaeology. One room, though, that you go through appears to be used for the storage of the various relics of Kimalok that Orsic had found. And so you have carvings and statuary placed up in that room.
Is there anything particularly of interest about them? Other than just simply like historical significance and such?
They're all stone. Some of them have Davic script on them. The statues are all relatively small. So again, they could be taken with you. There's about 5 of these little statues. Each of them are of dwarves, and it looks like one was a dwarven priestess or something. Another is a dwarven warrior. The other 3 are just typical dwarves of Kimalok, it appears. And there's the carvings on the wall. Some of them are just tiles and the like.
okay, yeah, I'll just systematically go through each of the rooms, and then if anything interesting shows up that isn't a relic, or we find a lockbox or anything like that, Just looking for those kinds of things. But if not, I'm done with it.
Yeah, is there any money in this store?
Yeah, not really any money. It doesn't. It looks like whatever coin there was that either Orsic kept it somewhere else or he kept it on his person.
Any gems?
No, no gems.
Any magical weapon?
No magical weapons, sadly.
Any ceramic buttons?
No, no ceramic buttons.
I like the idea that we just have to keep asking you. Any bars of metal?
No, no bars of metal.
I'm like, guys, if you had asked, there was a perfectly awesome magical G that was just sitting right in the middle.
So yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything that you want then in this place.
You know what we could do? I don't even know
What?
if Joma would think of this. It's kind of complex. We could tell, what's her name, Sanel, that this place is up for grabs now. Then when she comes here to take the relics, we tell the boss of the town that she's stealing the relics and he catches her, and then that's it. Problem solved.
I had a slightly different idea. Because I don't know that Ven would necessarily want her taken out. I mean, he probably will if we tell him about the relics. But
we did tell her we wouldn't tell about the relics. That's true.
Yeah, so here's what I'm thinking. We'll go talk to Sanel, and we'll tell her about these relics, and tell her that we're going to go back to Ven. We're not going to mention her past smuggling, but we're going to say that we alleviated a problem and that she said that that opened up an opportunity to begin a smuggling operation of which he will receive a certain percentage.
Yeah, but if she keeps smuggling, then they're gonna keep attacking the caravans.
There's no one left to attack the caravans.
More of them will start doing it, though. I mean, right?
Based on what Ajni said, we got all the fanatics. I mean, it's possible that it would come up again, but at least we would know what the problem was next time.
This is true. I mean, the only other thing I could think of is, you remember that priestess that was sitting outside the Temple of Fire there? I mean, we could just simply drop the key in her offering bowl, make a mention of, well, where it leads to, and just simply be on her way, and she could do what she wants to possibly barter for that to get her temple restored, or whatever she might want to do with it.
Yep,
like
that's
that
the best
idea.
idea.
Let's do that.
Okay, so is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you leave the shop and make your way to the site of the Shrine of Fire. Argani is right now sleeping, though she still has the bowl in her lap.
Well, I don't think that discreet hands are really necessary for this one, but, you know, it would kind of be nice if one of us might be able to sort of enter the dream and kind of leave a message that, you know, a certain key unlocks a certain door, and do what you like with it.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot.
Oh man, some meridians are about to be violated.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will put the key in her bowl and then just telepathically try and enter her dream.
Okay, make an insight check. I'll say that's fine. She's not, it's not as if she's guarding herself against it or anything. All right. So yeah, you implant the notion in her mind that she now has a key that will lead her to, that will lead you to treasure. I will say this though. As you're telepathically implanting this notion in her mind, a notion comes from her mind as well. The night of the fire. And you see the burning, these intense flame just roaring, seemingly out of nowhere. And you then see what she mentioned, a figure cloaked in dark, just standing by watching this happen, only for a second. And you think you can hear something as well, a noise that sounds very familiar, but you can't place it. Before you finally leave her mind.
Can I describe the noise to the guys when I get?
Sure, it's hard to describe. It's as if you heard a noise an everyday noise through water, that sort of thing, that sort of distortion effect to it.
Okay.
Was it like a voice noise or something else?
Something else.
And still no more detail on the figure this time?
Nope. Indeed, it seems like her very memory was that the figure was somehow or other a hole in her memory, something that just an aberrant object that shouldn't have been there.
Okay. Well, I will definitely try to keep that in mind. If it's something that happens regularly, hopefully it will spawn some kind of recognition the next time.
All right.
If I can, when I implant the notion in her mind, I'd like it to be something, in the form of like if she's dreaming of a flame that just says the flame is provided, follow the key,
Okay.
etc., etc.
That's fine.
And then, anything else before we head back to the caravan?
Nothing else I can think of.
This is good.
Yeah, good job, Corwin.
Thanks. That was a pretty interesting, just sort of a twist there that might, well, hopefully it does well for it.
No, just this world is so shitty that I'm glad for frequent reminders of the possibility of doing something worthwhile.
And hopefully their focus might possibly turn to, maybe just restoring the temple or something like that. Something to take them away from this whole fanatical Chemalok notion. Something to occupy them more differently.
All right. So you guys begin walking your way back to the caravanserai. And it doesn't take you long before you've reached it. It's now about 9 o'clock. You see lights on in not Lifttrasa, in Sanel's office.
Oh yeah, I'll head up there.
All right. You head up. I'm assuming you just knock on the door.
Yeah.
All right. You do so. You hear some mumbling and shuffling as the sound of footsteps as Sanel then comes to the door and opens it up. Well, you three. How can I help you?
So your caravans should be safe moving forward. Your Tendant Ajni can be found in the mines on Rockside in Tunnel 6. Follow it down, there will be torches. There'll be a giant room with carved statues and relief. He'll be there. He's the only one left alive. We think he was the inside man. He was the one that was able to tell them which caravans to target, but you can find out for yourself, and what you do with him is up to you.
Well, it looks like Ven truly did send an excellent party. So who was behind all this?
Osric, that owns the antiquities shop here in Sandside.
Orsic! Really?
Yep. Along with Pakul and someone whose name I keep forgetting, but
Okay.
well, yeah, that one.
Well, and what were they doing it for? You know what? Actually, I don't want to know. I'll find out what I need to from Ajni. But thank you, three. I'll go contact a few of my friends in the mines, and they'll go retrieve Ajni for me. And you said there's an entire room full of more carvings and the like. And her eyes just sort of get this glimmer.
As we agreed, we won't tell Ven about the smuggling, but I suggest that you do, or you're going to have to stop.
Very well. If what you've described is true, you may have just happened upon a trove of valuables.
We
And
should
I
probably
should...
get a little bonus for providing you with that extra stuff.
make a persuasion check.
Oh yeah, that's my specialty. Nope.
Yeah, she just raises an eyebrow at you. I think I've paid enough for you. You'll be happy to know that I've taken care of your stabling fees for the day as well, for you or for your Crodlu.
Thank you.
If I might make a recommendation, it sounds like there was quite a bit of dwarven death. I also suspect that the dwarves they found in the back alley may have had something to do with you.
That's not impossible.
In any case, it might be best to leave town tonight.
It's a good idea.
You know, if you find that after exhausting the caves of their riches that you still want, you might seek out the fire priestess. I think she could probably make you a good deal on some additional item.
The fire priestess, Argani. Well, all right. I'll ask her about it. I don't know what she would have to do with it, but I'll ask her.
I look
But
at her real
understand
seriously.
that...
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You can continue.
But understand that I would expect her to be paid for these items.
Fine. I'm not... It's not as if I don't pay when I have these things retrieved from the mines. But I'll ensure if Argani has any such items that she's paid fairly.
See
After
that
all,
you do.
Yes. Well, I see that you seem to have taken an interest in this, and so I won't offend that interest. So, may I say, I hope you had a pleasant stay in Cled, and don't take this the wrong way, but I hope we don't have occasion to see each other too often in the future.
Well, meaning no offense to you, the stay wasn't pleasant at all, and I share your desire.
All right. She nods and goes to shut the door.
All right, time to go.
Do you have any other caravans going back toward Tyr soon?
She's already shut the door.
Okay. We don't want to go to caravan anyway, right?
No.
Nah, probably not. It wouldn't quite be the same as traveling with my Uncle Gerard's caravan, of course.
All right. So you guys loading up the caravan, loading up the wagon and heading off?
Yes, indeed.
I still
So-
want to stop by the regular tavern place. Not the one in Rockside, but the other one.
The Black Oar?
Yeah, and see if they want to buy some boulette meat from us.
Okay, you can do that if you want.
Do you want to buy some boulette meat?
All right, so you you make your way to the Black Oar Tavern. Darude is standing inside and he says, "Ah, you guys, welcome back. How can I help you?"
I pull out the boulette meat. This is fresh. Good meat from a rare creature. Could be a delicacy.
Is that bullet meat?
It is.
Land shark meat? Well, we haven't had that in a while. Be honest, some doors are a bit, sometimes are a bit antsy about eating it, seeing as, land sharks usually have made a meal of several other humanoid creatures beforehand.
It makes you strong to eat this.
Gotta
Well-
be better than those slugs.
What? I don't sell those in this shop.
Well, I mean, having some boulette meat, I mean, that might, it seems that, what is it, those slugs are typically sold in that other tavern, you know, having some boulette meat might kind of draw some clientele.
What kind? You know what? Make a persuasion check. Persuasion check. Well,
Nice.
he just sort of says, you know what? We've got our own sources of food. I've got plenty of Erdlu and Aprig and Kip. I don't really need any bullet meat. Thanks for the offer, though.
How about a painting then?
Ha ha ha! Here we go.
No, I think I'm all right.
I mean, just take a look at this one. Look at this rat, this desert rat just rising up. See it rising up, and through this hole in the roof, you can kind of see how it deals with man's struggles of, conquering the environment and rising above their situation.
I'm good. Thanks for the offer, but I think I'll pass. So unless you fellows want to get something to eat or drink, I suppose I'll say goodbye.
Actually, I could use some water. Top off. How much water can you sell us?
As much as you need.
So I want to buy 8 pounds of water. Plus however much I need to drink for today.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay.
Corwin will do that as well, but 16 plus what he needs to drink.
All right. So how much? One sec. Okay. So how much water in total do you guys want to buy?
32 pounds, it sounds like total.
Yeah, 32 plus our day.
Okay. All right. So
What is the daily amount? 4 pounds?
I think we drank our daily amount. It's been the 27th of haze for a few sessions.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. We already went
okay.
to the taverns. We've been this has been a long day.
It's been a day.
So you
we
just want to
already-
refill?
Yeah.
Do you just want to refill? Okay, so that will come to a total of 8 ceramic pieces.
That's it? Okay. I'll pay for that. So I'm back up to 40 pounds of water, personally.
I've got 20 plus whatever we have on the...
32.
Okay.
Thank you. You probably won't see us again.
Well, that's a shame. Well, I hope your stay in Cled has at least been somewhat pleasant. I know the dwarves here don't make it easy.
I'll tell anybody I meet that if they come to Cled, they should come to the Black Ore, not the Razor Stone.
Alright, sounds like a deal. Happy trails.
How often are people's trails all that happy in Athos?
Yeah, it's usually a trail of misery, broken buttons, and sadness.
Yeah, that phrase I think is entirely sarcastic in this world.
So I guess we're just leaving. We're not even going to spend the night or anything. Right?
Right.
So we're heading back to Tyr, yeah. We're going to avoid Fort whatever again.
Do we want to make a pickup before we go?
A pickup?
Yeah, we got to get our obsidian.
What obsidian? Oh, the stuff that we hid. Yeah, of course.
Alright.
How long have we been awake now, though?
You've been awake for a fairly long time, but you could still go a while. Sleep deprivation takes a while to really take hold, so you're fine.
Does everything look okay with the Erdlu and with the, or the Crodlu and the wagon and everything?
Yep. Nothing seems amiss there. Alright, so you head, about 3 hours out of town to reach the pickup site of where you had stashed the 100 pounds of obsidian.
What else did we hide? We hid a dead body.
And the statuary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obsidian, the dead body, and the statues.
All right, so what are we adding to the wagon storage then?
Well, you got 100
much
pounds
is
of 100 pounds of it.
And how much statuary stuff?
That's about 50 pounds.
Okay, so maybe we'll steal a little bit. I mean, we already stole this before I made that promise to him, so it's like grandfathered in antiquity.
Hey, we didn't steal this. We found this as desert salvage.
Exactly.
All the people whose stuff this was are dead. Alright, so I added that to the wagon. So then, whenever we camp, I want to try to, like, see if I can cook up, or dry, or smoke, or do something with some of this boulette meat, and convert some of it to rations, if possible.
Okay. I mean, technically, the one who would really be the specialist there would be Sinclair, as he has the cook's kit.
Yeah, I can give it a shot.
Oh yeah, okay. So there's 20 pounds of boulette meat here. What can we do with that?
Well,
Hopefully not waste it all.
so let me just.
Okay, so we waste all of it.
Yeah. Oh
Ooh.
crap. Okay. Yeah. You attempt to smoke the meat, but instead, you just end up burning it completely, and you basically end up with no viable
It's just-
meat.
Okay, it's just gone. All right, no problem.
Well, at least you don't have to carry 20 pounds of things now.
Yeah, it's off my back at least.
All right. Oh, and also, Sinclair and Corwin, both of you get a point of inspiration for your various deeds in Cled.
Awesome.
So I'll say you rejoin the road for a time because I'm just going to sort of map this so it's the fastest way to get back to. So there. And fires. Head down the road. So let's see here. And all right, so this is where you end up, avoiding Fort Iron.
And we still haven't rested yet. That's on the first night.
Yeah. So it's right. So and I should technically you traveled into the next day, so it's now the 28th, and it's about 7:00 a.m. when your Crawdloo is now basically finished its 10 hours of travel.
All right, we'll just look for a good, safe-looking spot to camp.
Okay. Make a survival check.
I'll guide myself. 15.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find a spot that looks relatively secure. No signs of any sort of rock cacti or burned flowers anywhere.
Set up the large tent to give us shade from the sun.
Mm-hmm. And rest about 8 hours. Which you do without issue.
Yay.
So now it's about 3:00 in the afternoon. Continuing travel.
Yeah.
So you basically make it back to Sada at this point. By the time another 10 hours have passed, so now it's 1:00 in the morning of Haze the 29th.
Can we go to the Pale Bosrock?
You can?
So, yeah, we would do that.
All right. And you guys have been marking off your food and water, right?
Well, how much do we need to mark off? Just 1 day's worth, right? At this point?
Yeah.
So that's 4 water and 1 rations each.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we could probably eat and drink at the Pale Bosrog
Mm-hmm.
and stay the night.
Yep. Do you want to do any role-playing of that, or do you just want to...
It's up to you. I don't know if you're trying to end the session pretty soon or what.
Yeah, I think we should probably wrap up pretty soon, so we'll just say that you ate and drank the night. Again, she's not charging you there. The Raga is... Or still... Wait. I'm mixing up names with my first D&D character. Yeah, Dalaga. So. Yeah. God damn it. Fucking. Okay. And, yeah, you spend the night, well, the morning. Reaches 9 o'clock. And you continue back on the road.
Do we need to avoid Fort Scones too? I can't remember what's the deal with Fort Scones.
Fort Scones is a House Inica fort, and it's alright. So you make it to about there.
That's another day of water and food.
Yeah. Yep. Unless you wanted to eat and drink before you left the Pale Bosrog.
Oh, well shit, yeah.
Okay. Again, that's free, so you don't have to mark off any money.
Again though, even though it's free, I'm gonna hide away an enamel piece somewhere where she'll find it after we leave.
Alright. So now it's 7 o'clock if you want to make another survival check.
Oh yeah. Again with the guidance.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, a good one this time. 23.
Alright, yeah. You're able to find a nice spot that's secluded and out of the way. So you rest, take stock, set up your tent, and yeah, rest for the night. It's now Hayes the 30th at about 5 a.m. when you wake up. And yeah, you are able to make, after a hard days of travel, you are able to reach Tyr.
Yeah,
Just
we
as-
made it back to Tyr.
Yep, just as it reaches 3 o'clock. The afternoon sun. You fulfilled Sirshu's wish because you've arrived the day before the festival begins.
Just as I planned it.
So, now you're in Tyr. I imagine you want to head straight to Ven's.
Straight to the hungry, hungry halfling.
We'd obviously store Crodlu first and all that kind of stuff, but yeah.
Okay.
Do we need to take off another day of water and food?
Yeah.
So I'm down to 32 out of 40 water. I
Yep.
don't know if that tracks with what you've got.
It does.
Yeah, 24 water, 10 rations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can go straight to Ven. It's the
Alright.
middle of the afternoon, so it's a good time, I suppose.
I mean, probably have to stow the wagon and whatnot away, but yeah.
So you head over to Ven's place. Kagak's there to greet you as you as a familiar face as he opens up the door. And you make your way down the smoky passage leading to Ven's office, where Ven is sitting, and as he sees you, he gets a half smile that comes across his face. So, you three are back. How was Cled? Is it everything I've heard?
It's so much worse than you've heard. I mean, you'd probably be fine.
Yeah, as I said, they're not the friendliest outsiders in Cled. So how was Sanel?
As expected, smart. Turns out the obsidian shipments were being waylaid by a bunch of, I don't know, fundamentalist crazy people who wanted to see a return of Chemolock. We're using the obsidian to fund their...
Chemolock?
We killed a whole
What's that?
bunch of them.
It's what Cled used to be called. It was the seat of dwarven power in the world for some time.
Huh. Well, never heard about that. But I did hear about a whole lot of assholes interfering with my business being killed, and that I do like. So, I think it's time for payment, don't you?
Yeah, most definitely.
How does 75 enamel pieces sound?
Each?
Total.
This was pretty dangerous. We almost got killed ourselves.
You want more?
You do know how those crazy cultists can be. It was quite harrowing.
Alright, make a persuasion check. Alright. Alright. I can see that. I'll tell you what. 125 enamel pieces. How's that sound?
Well, that sounds decent.
Sounds very generous. Thank you, Ven.
Well, what can I say? It's the day of the festival. My shipments are going to be coming in soon. I'm feeling rather happy. So, you three, I think, have earned yourselves a well-deserved rest.
I don't suppose you've found any place we could stay better than the plun we got, have you?
Not yet. But I tell you what, I'll keep it first thing on my mind, and he tips his head.
Sounds good. You don't got nothing else for us to do right now?
Not right now, but if anything happens, you'll be the first. He lights up his pipe again. To know.
Look, can we have 126 enamel pieces? Because that divides by 3.
He looks at you and he says, and he flicks an enamel piece your way.
Thanks.
So that's 42 apiece.
Yeah.
And as you emerge under the harsh Athasian sun, you have completed this particular side quest. You each get 800 experience points, which, if I'm not mistaken, levels you all up.
Oh my goodness! Wow! We're really? We're gonna level up? Did you say how much it was? 800?
Yep.
That puts me at 2,700. So.
So, yep, you all level up. And that is the end of the Cled Conspiracy, the first side adventure for the Dark Sun campaign. So, Josiah, if you want to take us out?
Alright, well that's it then. Good times. It's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you for watching, everyone. This has been Josiah Plays Dungeons & Dragons, the Shattered Crown campaign with DM Scito. We'll see you next time.